And now for bout number 2 of the evening. It's scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds, and it is set to take place in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner, representing H-Town, Houston, Texas, with the Texas-style trunks, weighing in at 266 pounds with an undefeated record of 3-0-1, Juan Torres. And his opponent, boxing out of the red corner from Duluth, Minnesota, with the black and white trunks, weighing in at 274 pounds with a record of 2-1 with 2 KOs, Ryan Watson.
Given the rules and instructions and objection. Any questions out of the chief here? Any questions out of the chief here? Good luck to both of you.
We have a matchup of the heavyweights, 6 rounds in the heavyweight division between Ryan Watson and Juan Torres. Torres in the Texas flag trunks, and I've got to tell you, Ben, coming from Texas, I just hope that flag is still flying and we can still salute it. And he's taking on, in the red corner, Ryan Watson in the black trunks. Both fighters cautious in the early going. Nice jab by Ryan Watson. Ryan looks pretty composed, Ben, but Torres himself also looks like he's there very relaxed. Very relaxed for 2 men who can throw power punches.
That's right. Watson's a skilled and experienced boxer.
Torres cautiously coming in. Oh, good left hook by Torres. He caught Watson right on the chin. I think Watson's a little bit of trouble right off the bat, Ben. It looks like he's a little bit stunned.
He was throwing back, though, right away.
Torres obviously the aggressor, coming in, working in the inside of the body. Both fighters throwing left and right hooks. A little bit of wrestling going on.
Torres coming in head first like a bull.
He is, and he has also a tattoo of Toro, the symbol of the Houston Texans, which is a bull, befitting of his style. Watson getting back on the jab. Looks like he's trying to box Torres. Looks like we have the classic matchup, Ben, of a boxer and a puncher.
We also have orthodox and southpaw at the moment.
Torres, good left hook, catches Watson. Watson must have a pretty decent chin. Looks like he took it in pretty good stride, Ben.
He's been through the wars, but they were amateur wars.
Torres again the aggressor, a lot of wrestling across the ropes. Torres looks to me, Ben, like he's trying to wind up and land that one big punch.
Well, if anyone can land a big punch, it'd be him.
Oh, Watson comes back with a straight right. No jab set up at all. Torres comes back with the left-right combinations, got Watson on the ropes. Torres doing some good inside work there. We're at ringside, and we can see that some of those punches are landing to the torso of Watson. Even though it's only a 6-round fight, good body work, even in a 3 or 4 rounds, can do its damage, Ben.
That's right.
It almost looks to me, though, that Torres looks like he's gasping for air a little bit.
Well, he's a big fella. Both of these guys are, and that's a lot of work for your heart and lungs.
Both fighters being cautious. Torres trying to work off a pawing jab. Watson's looking to counter. There you go. There's that counter right hand to the body by Watson. Torres still coming forward, a little more timid than he was early. Probably tasted some of that Watson power.
Well, that right hand to the body should give Watson some confidence.
I thought Torres had a good first minute of the round, but it looks like Watson's coming back a little bit in the second part of the round. The 10-second mark. Looks like more of a feeling out round, Ben.
Well, we learned that both men can take a punch.
Now we will have a break in the action. We will take a break. Coming up, Ben, is a replay of the action of round 1. What do you see?
I see Torres pawing with that right-handed jab, following with a big left.
It looks like Torres is landing the bigger shots. I saw 2 hooks in there, and Watson is effectively countering, but not any big shots right there.
Well, both men have taken their shots, and they both can take a punch.
Getting ready for round 2 in the 6-weight heavyweight bout between Ryan Watson in the black trunks, Juan Torres in the Texas flag trunk. First round was pretty much a feeling out round. Coming back down to round 2, it looks like Torres continues to be the aggressor coming forward with countering by Watson. Watson has a good right-hand counter, Ben.
He does. I like to see him turn those shoulders and those hips and generate lots of power.
Both fighters being pretty cautious, probably because they know they both have power in both hands. Being in the heavyweight division, one punch can turn a fight around.
Sure can.
Oh, good right hand by Watson. Looks like it's stung Torres a little bit, but Torres has a good chin. Oh, good body shot by both fighters there. Torres came back, landed 2. Watson just landed a 3-punch combination off the ropes. Oh, good counter punching, Ben.
Watson has a nice facility for leaning back and throwing uppercuts and power shots on the ropes.
I saw a short left hook right to Torres' chin coming off the ropes by Watson. I think Watson got the better end of that exchange.
Sometimes that's how it happens.
Good pawing jab by Watson. Torres now has his hands down, leaving himself open to a right counter. It looks like there's a little bit of a mouse on the right eye of Ryan Watson underneath his eye. Do you see it, Ben?
Right on that cheekbone. I do see it.
We'll have to see as the fight goes on if there's any swelling that has an impact on the fight. Torres continues to work inside. Left-right combination. Watson's trying to work off the ropes. But I'd have to say right in that exchange, Torres got the better of it.
I'd agree. Watson needs to keep those hands up and move them a little bit.
I've also noticed Watson has gone from being the counterpuncher with Torres the aggressor to where Watson is stepping forward more often.
We'll see whether that's a trend. He's doing that right now.
Torres back to stalking, but Watson much more active, although both the left and right combinations miss. Torres stalking his opponent again. It looks to me like Watson's trying to set a trap.
Well, that's what a skilled boxer will do. We've seen the greats do it. Evander Holyfield could do that.
Watson on his legs and boxing a little bit now. Just missed with that left hook. Torres came back with a glancing right. Neither fighter landing solid shots at this point.
Torres is good at moving his head just enough to make a solid punch into a glancing blow.
Another right hand misses by Watson. Watson certainly more active here in the second round.
It's been a better round for him. There was a good left hook by him right there.
And I also noticed that left hook looked like it had a little something on it this time.
That's right. You see him throwing uppercuts inside too. He seems to enjoy it.
10-second warning as we come to the end of round 2. Looks like a fight that is turning around where Torres was the aggressor to Watson. Very evenly matched fight. There is the end of round 2.
And also,
here's a replay from the action in round 2. Ben, it looks to me as though Watson was much more active. As you can see in that sequence, it looked like he was trying to set up a shot with his jab.
Watson was feinting. He was jabbing.
guys, this is Carmen from Bismarck.
I do notice that Torres always answers after Watson does the counter punching.
He's a big physical man, and he enjoys the contact inside. Not a lot of boxers do.
Folks need to understand there's almost 500 pounds here when they're leaning against each other. As you can see in the replay, it seemed like it was a pretty even round, that both fighters got in their shots.
Yes, sir.
And at the end there, you see Watson coming on. We start round 3. The question is, will Watson continue being the aggressor after being passive in the first round? It looks to me like he's coming out landing 2 decent shots right off the bat.
Well, timing is key, and maybe this is maybe Watson needs to get his timing back after such a long layoff.
Torres working the body again, but a good uppercut by Watson, both men landing. The action's picked up here in the third. These are the big men of boxing, and those are big punches, Ben.
Both men are wanting to fight it out on the inside. Makes a good fight for the fans.
Good jab by Watson. Oh, good right hook right to the side, catches Watson on the head. Watson answers with a good left hook to the body. Action certainly picked up.
I haven't seen either man falter. They both take a very good punch.
Ben, how do you see this fight through 2.5 rounds?
Well, 2 rounds even, and the third is developing nicely.
Oh, a nice uppercut by Watson, followed by a counter by Torres. This is an action-packed round. Oh, good left hook by Watson. Oh, a good right hook by Watson. Another right uppercut by Watson. Another left hook by Watson. Another left hook by Watson. I think Torres is getting the worst of it. I saw a short right that looked like it stunned Torres.
Torres is stocky and heavy. And all that muscle takes a lot of cardio to operate.
Torres' hands are coming completely down. They're down by his waist. He's wide open for a right hand. That right hand does land a little bit to the body. At this point, I think Watson's the fresher fighter. It looks like he's picking up the pace. I don't know how much gas Torres has left.
Well, he's burned a lot of fuel, hasn't he?
He sure has. I gave him that first round, but I give rounds 2, and now rounds 3 looks like it's going to Watson. Watson is the aggressor, landing the bigger punches. There's another right hand by Watson, followed by a left. Now it looks like Torres is in retreat. So the bull looks like he's having trouble with the matador. Oh!
With a big left hand, he's got a puncher's chance at all times.
Just as I said that, Torres lands a good left hook. Now Watson answers. Good action fight here, folks. Oh, another left hook. Oh, an uppercut by Torres. These men are throwing the leather.
There's a headbutt there. Looks like both men ducked at the same time.
Oh, a good left hook. Oh, a good right uppercut by Watson. Toe-to-toe action here at the Four Bear Casino and Lodge. This is a good heavyweight fight. A lot of action. Two big men. The fight does seem like it's turned a little bit to Watson's favor.
Torres seems to enjoy himself. He's smiling a lot in there.
Well, I don't know anybody that enjoys getting hit. Usually sometimes when they smile, it's a sign that the other guy actually did land.
That can be, that can be.
10-second mark, and a right hand lands right on the chin of Torres, followed by left, but a good left counter by Torres. Great action here at the end of round 3.
Corner.
We have action from that third round, Ben. Toe-to-toe action. Both fighters landing against the ropes. Uppercuts, left hooks. I think this was the best round of the fight.
From a fan's perspective, it sure was.
And what I love about the matchmaking in the show here, oh, that was a good left, good right. This is an evenly matched fight, which guarantees you good toe-to-toe action.
It really is. Fans are getting their money's worth.
I do think Watson was the more active fighter in this exchange, although Torres got a good counter in there right at the end.
Face me.
Getting ready for round 4. Heavyweights Ryan Watson in the black trunks, Juan Torres in the Texas flag trunks. Another good right hand by Watson.
I noticed Torres was leading on the ropes, waiting for the round to begin.
I do think Torres has expended a lot of energy. It looks like Watson's the fresher fighter, but both fighters are still fighting hard. And I see a slight bit of swelling on the right cheek of Torres as well. We have the swelling on the right cheek of Watson. That tells you both fighters have landed big punches.
That's right. In these shorter fights, anything can happen because the fighters know they've got to show urgency.
Couple of left hooks to the body by Torres, followed by an uppercut by Watson. Oh, another good left hook. Watson trying to work behind the jab. Both fighters landed good hooks in that exchange.
We're seeing less and less defense as this fight goes on.
This is good toe-to-toe action in the heavyweight division. A short right landed right on Torres' head, but Torres does not seem to mind taking the tough shot. He comes back.
He's unfazed. You can't move him. He's got good balance.
Well, he's 266 pounds. Oh, a left hook, a left uppercut. Lands by Torres on Watson. Watson comes back. A mouthpiece is out. Somebody's mouthpiece got knocked out.
You go to this corner. You come over here. Fire what? Get some wash.
Torres landed 3 good power shots in a row, and Watson lost his mouth guard.
I'm thinking that little break might have helped Watson. It looked like he was beginning to get a little winded himself.
Was that a veteran move, or was that just luck?
Oh, a right, a left. Oh, now an uppercut by Torres. This is going back and forth. Now Watson's back into the stalking mode. Oh, good right hook to the body of Torres. Oh, a right hook.
Watson's balance and footwork are not as crisp, as good as they were earlier in the fight.
Nobody's landing, although Torres is still game and coming back with counter punches. Both fighters look like they're a little bit winded at this point. But Watson's still coming forward. He lands a left jab and a right. There's a good uppercut in there by Torres. Good body work against the ropes by Watson.
Put your elbows.
Watson doing a good job of throwing some nooses punches there just to close Torres' eyes.
Although Torres came back with a punch that I think had a little bit more on it than Watson's.
For sure.
Torres looks exhausted, but he's still just fighting out of will. Every now and then he gets a shot in there. But I have to say, Watson looks like the more active fighter to me. Oh,
so,
right hand to left. Another right. A fourth punch lands it. A fifth, sixth. Before one counter, two counters by Torres. Good action.
Watson is forcing the issue.
And there's the bell.
Silver Hill. Go ahead.
Let's go to the corner of Ryan Watson, the red corner. Toe-to-toe action there in the fourth round. Ryan did look like he got a little winded, and as we look at him in the corner, he's breathing hard, but he still looks determined, Ben.
He's got a mark on his left temple, too, a graze mark.
There was a lot of action in that round, and we'll have a chance to see some of it here in a replay. What do you see, Ben?
I see Watson walking forward and punching. You'd like to see better footwork, a better shuffle, but he is coming forward. But Torres is a skilled counterpuncher, and when Watson attacks, that leaves openings for Torres.
I do like the body work of Watson. There was a good left uppercut in there by Torres, so it looks to me like both men got their shots in.
That's right.
Getting ready for round 5 in the heavyweight division between Ryan Watson in the red corner, the black trunks, and Juan Torres with the Texas flag from the blue corner. In a fairly even fight that I think Watson has a slight advantage, but both men have had their moments. Now I think we're seeing both fighters slowing down a little bit from the action in the previous rounds.
Well, that almost has to happen. Who could keep up a pace like that at that size?
I still think Watson looks the fresher of the two fighters, but Torres is trying to almost goad him into making a shot. He's trying to counter there with his left. Very cautious, both fighters here in the opening moments of the 5th round. But Watson's still the aggressor coming forward, has his hands up, got a good defense. There we go. Good toe-to-toe action in the corner. Watson working the head. Now a good right hook one in there. I think Torres is backing up for the first time.
Torres looked pretty elusive going into the corner there, but then that was just where Watson wanted him.
Well, just as I say that, Torres has come back with 2 left hooks to the body on Watson. Torres may not have the most energy in the world, but every now and then he gets a pretty good power shot in there. So I think it may be tough for the judges to score when you have Watson more active, but Torres sometimes lands the harder blow.
Earlier we thought Watson might be laying a trap, but Torres could be laying the trap now.
It looks to me that he's looking for that one big punch to come in there with that left hand and sneak it in there. Just kind of goading Watson to throw a punch.
1 or 2, but just when you think that he couldn't throw 2 punches in a row, he throws 3 or 4.
Oh, good body shot by Torres. Left hook to the body on Watson. Watson still coming forward, trying to use that jab to set up, and Watson lands a right hook. Oh, you see Torres shaking his head like you didn't hurt me.
He was talking to Watson. I'd love to know what he said.
I think they should save their energy for the punches and not talking. Torres does a pirouette there. Almost looked like a ballet dancer.
Almost.
I don't think they're going to be confused for ballet dancers so bad. Good work along the ropes. Almost like a chess match. Oh, that's a good body shot. Torres, I think, got Watson's attention.
Nice left to the body.
I don't know what this is. I think that means just hit me. Oh, he does, and he hits him.
He does.
Torres faked him out, lands the shot. He kind of did that kind of mind game stuff.
He was reaching with that left hook. I don't know what there was on it, but mind games sometimes have a...
I don't think I've ever seen a fighter put his hand straight up above him and just hold him there.
Not often.
Torres still looks tired, though. Watson comes in a little right, now another right. Not as much on it as early. I think Watson's losing some steam off his punches as we go to the end of the round. Coming up, 5 seconds to go. Both fighters landing a final barrage. Now we'll go to a break. So here's a replay of the action in round 5. Both men are throwing hard punches, Ben.
We saw Watson trap Torres in a corner, but Torres punched his way out.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is that usually the fellow that's the aggressor taking the other one into the corner gets the better of the action. But in these exchanges, Torres holds his own and fires back.
He does. Watson's surprisingly athletic. Torres is surprisingly resilient.
The other thing I like in this replay is you notice both fighters are still throwing shots to the body, even this lag in the action. Getting ready for the sixth and final round.
Pull him down.
Juan Torres looks like he's
This is the sixth
gasping
and
for
final
air,
round.
but he's got a big smile on his face, like he's enjoying himself.
I think these guys both know that they're in a special fight. The crowd is loving it.
Good action, evenly matched. Quicksilver Hill Sports and Entertainment has brought us a good action-packed heavy fight. Oh, and Torres lands a left-right combination that glances off the head of Watson, but it looks like Torres has turned things around in the sixth round. He's now the aggressor.
I haven't seen either man hurt in this
Step back.
fight.
Let him out. Let him out. Let him out.
No, they're both showing
There we go,
good
guys.
chins, good determination.
And good sportsmanship.
Watson does land a pretty good right hand to the body there, and now a glancing left to the head of Torres. Oh, a wind up by Torres. Swing and miss, strike one. Watson still pretty cautious coming in, trying to box in, and Torres to me is just kind of more of the barroom brawler, just swinging for the rafters.
He is. Well, he's relying on his strength and his physicality. But he's in there with an even bigger man than himself.
Torres lands about a four-punch combination coming off the ropes. Although I do see a little bit more of a mouse on the left eye of Torres. I don't think it's bothering him. It does show you that those punches are landing and doing damage.
Step back. Box.
There we go with that unique style of just hit me. That's called the just hit me defense.
Takes a lot of confidence.
I could think of another word, but I won't use it. Watson comes back with a three-punch combination. Torres looks very, very tired, Ben.
You don't see shoe shine at this weight class, but that was pretty close.
There hasn't really been a break in the action. Both fighters keep their hands moving the entire 6 rounds.
It's been free of fouls. I haven't seen warnings.
Oh, I
Nice
think that
right.
was a very good right hook to the head of Torres.
Mouth guard is out again.
The mouth guard is out, but there he's still firing. Both fighters are landing.
First warning. Right? First warning. Put it in. Let's go.
So Torres tells us that Watson is spitting out his mouthpiece on purpose.
Time. Here we go.
Eddie Obregon
Come on, big
trying
guy.
to get Torres' attention.
Time the box.
Mr. Torres, there is a fight going on. But I'm not so sure that was by purpose, because to me, Watson was getting the better. He got it again, a four-punch combination. Comes and lands on Torres' head. Torres is game, fighting back off the ropes. But Watson is landing punches. Torres just took a
Watch
right
your
hand
head.
to the head.
Watch
He's
your
got to
head.
move his head. He's got to move his feet.
Let him off the rope.
But
Let him
give-
off the rope. Step back.
Give
Step back
Torres
on your-
credit. A
Breathe,
tough
get it,
fighter.
keep
Takes
it.
those shots, still coming forward. Now he's going back to the hit me defense.
He's becoming a more and more stationary target.
Oh, but he
Get
landed a
up.
pretty good body shot there, just
Got a
kind of
warning
swinging
here.
for the rafters. But Watson, to me, looks like the fresher fighter who can throw more punches. Oh, a left-right combination to Torres' head.
The judges can't help
Oh,
but see.
another right hit there. Torres is just taking punishment, Ben.
He is. Well, it takes more than toughness to be a winning fighter.
Well, those punches by Watson are
around,
scoring,
turn
and I
around.
do have Watson ahead in the fight.
Watson seems to be way ahead.
Time. Fight for
That
it.
was a tremendous action-packed fight, toe-to-toe. The matchmaker should take credit.
One of the best heavyweight fights you'll see, I think.
And
Local level.
we'll take a break, and then we'll come back for the decision in what has been a highly entertaining fight here at the Four Bears Resort and Casino.
Here at the Four Bears Casino and Lodge, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges scored this contest 58, 56, 59, 55, and 59, 56, all for the winner from Duluth, Minnesota, Ryan Watson. Now Steve Ministry with the interview.
We'll try this again. Ryan Watson, tremendous toe-to-toe action for a man that was off 2 years. What was your motivation?
I just need to get back to it. You know, at that 2-year layoff, had to get back to it and knock this rust off and get another W under my belt and just keep it moving.
Now, from ringside, it looked like in the first round, you were laying back a little bit. Your opponent was the aggressor, but as the fight went on, it looked like you were wearing him down and was moving forward. Was that part of your initial game plan, or did it just develop that way?
It just happened. You know, I got in there, tried to feel him out a little bit, and ended up getting caught with some shots and just tried to box. You know, that's what I did the last couple of rounds, was just box. I know he was swinging wild. He's got an MMA background and everything, so I was just trying to box and show my skills.
We did notice both fighters had marks on their face, so I take it you were taking some pretty good shots in there as well as delivering.
Oh, yeah, anybody in the heavyweight division can hit. You know, you got 200-plus pounds. Anybody who 200 pounds can drop somebody in one shot, so I had to think about keeping my hands up a little more.
Well, it looked like you had a good defense, good aggressive offensive style, and in this division, what's really important, you can take a punch. So with that kind of background, that kind of performance, a win tonight, what's next?
Just keep it moving. I'm going to get back to the gym. I got to drop some more weight, you know. I'm a little too heavy right now. But, yeah, just get back to it, get a couple more fights under my belt this year, and keep it moving.
Well, congratulations to you and your opponent. Both of you came to fight. You gave us a great fight, and we appreciate it very much.
Appreciate you guys having me.